it's Melissa with Big Universe Music, and this one's for the Swifties. Today, we're gonna learn Love Story. So grab your guitar and let's get started. Before we get into the intro, let's first talk about all of the chords that you're going to use in this song. You'll be using the D chord, and in the intro, we're going to use a D sus2 chord, which is just your D chord with your middle finger lifted up. We're also going to use our A major chord, the B minor chord, and the G chord. Later on in the song, there is a key change from D to E, so we are going to add in the E chord, the B chord, the C sharp minor chord, and we'll use A in that as well. The song kicks off with a banjo intro. It sounds a little bit like this. To play that, we're going to do a D sus2 chord. That means we're playing the D chord with an E. Or I guess technically it could be a D add 9 chord, since that E is a chord extension on the top of the D chord. And then we're gonna do some cross picking across the strings with our pick. Remember, when we're picking our strings, we're going to always want to try to keep a down, up, down, up, down, up motion as much as possible. When we do this across the different strings, we get this cross picking style. Let's get a little close up of the guitar so you can see what I'm doing there. I'm picking down on the D string, up on the G string, down on the E string, up on the B string, down on the E, up on the B, then down on G, and up on B. We're gonna play our intro 2 times before we get into our verse, where we are going to play a palm muted chord progression. We're going to use a straight 8th note while we're palm muting. To palm mute on the rhythm, we're just gonna lightly rest our right hand on the strings while we strum down on the fretted notes. We'll do our intro 2 times, and then start D, G, B minor, G, D, G, As I'm palm muting, in my mind, I'm counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you'll realize that I'm lifting my hand a little bit more on certain beats so that we have accented beats. The beats that I'm accenting by adding a little more open string and removing the palm mute are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's the 1 and 2 and. It's 1 and the and of 2 that I like to add a little accent to. Lift and 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 lift. Going into our pre-chorus, we have G, lift and lift, A, B minor, D, G, A, B minor, quick G, and A. Another thing you'll notice is that occasionally when I'm playing songs, I don't put all 3 fingers on the A chord. Instead, I will use my pointer finger to bar it. And that's a trick I learned from playing honky tonk songs, where I would play a bar on the A chord and then put my pinky down, and then I have a movable chord. But that just kind of sticks with me and I do it automatically sometimes. And when I do that, I just don't play that high E string with my right hand, my strumming hand. We made it through our intro and our verse and our pre-chorus, but let's put it together so you can hear what it sounds like. Here's the intro. We were both young when I first saw you. I closed my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there on a balcony in summer air. See the lights, see the party, the ball gown. See you make your way through the crowd and say hello. Little did I know. Here's the pre-chorus. You were Romeo, you were throwing pebbles. My daddy said, stay away from Juliet. And I was crying on the staircase, begging you please don't go. And I said, and now we're at our chorus. If you want to add a little variety to your strumming, you can open up the palm mute on the chorus. Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and not be the princess. It's a love story, let me just say. And then we'll do a stop there. Yes. And back into our palm mute for verse 2. Okay, here's verse 2 without me singing. Here's a pre-chorus. Our chorus again, and we can open up. Now I like to stay big and open for solos, so I'll keep my open strumming, no palm mute for our solo section. We also sing, oh, 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 oh. Now when we get to a bridge, typically we want to signify a bridge with a rhythm change or a harmonic change. So Taylor Swift chose to do that rhythm change, and we have these big swells, sometimes called in Nashville numbers, diamonds. I got tired of waiting. So you'll just strum through the chords and let them ring out. Waiting, wondering if you were ever coming around. Faith in you was faded when I met you on the outskirts of town, and I said. Now nice and quiet, we'll mute, and we're gonna bring our volume and intensity down for the next chorus. Romeo, save me, I've been feeling so alone. I keep waiting for you, but you never come. And build up. Here's where we get ready for our key change. We're gonna go to Marry Me, going to the key of E. So let's do it. And we're not there for long. We're just there to take us to the end of the song. And it's the chorus, so we're gonna try to stay as open as we can, but we're in the key of E, so we don't have a ton of bar chords. So just try to keep your left hand fingers pressing down through your chord changes and let those strings ring out for Marry Me, Juliet, you'll never have to be alone. I love you, and that's all I really know. Talk to your dad, go pick out a wife. stop on that one because we're getting to the end of the song. We're just gonna play straight through the chords without stopping. Yeah. Okay, now we get to do those diamonds again. We were both young when I first saw you. Awesome, that was Love Story by Taylor Swift. A couple good tricks in there. We had that key change at the end of the song to switch up and add some variety. A lot of times in these country songs, the chord progressions can be pretty simple, so we use key changes often to lift the song up and add interest. We also got to use our palm mute and open eighth note down strum and those diamonds, those holding out those whole notes to accentuate and bring emotion to those moments so that we can bring it back in intensity again. Have fun practicing, and I'll see you later.